Hello everyone, I'm Priya. I hope you all are safe at your places. So, in our previous videos, we learned present tense, past tense, and two subcategories of future tense, right? And if you haven't watched it, just please go and watch it. You know what? You will get to learn more. So, now it's time for us to start the third subcategory of future tense, which is future perfect tense. Yeah, you might be thinking, like, okay, this is hard, but let me tell you that this is way too easy. All you have to do is concentrate a bit. Okay, so yeah, let's get started now. As you can see here, an action that will have been completed in future comes under future perfect tense. Guys, see, it's firstly, we don't have to forget that we are learning future tense here. Okay, so every action has to be in the future. Okay, and when we talk about this tense, mainly there are two conditions here in this tense. See, firstly, it says that the action which is in future, okay, which is going to take place in future, will be before a specific time in future. Suppose that if I'm talking about next month, okay, so here I'm in present right now. As you can see on the screen, I'm in present right now, but I'm talking about the next month. Okay, so does that specific month, so before that next month, all of the activities which are going to take place before that next month, before that exact specific time, those activities are going to be in this tense, future perfect tense. Okay, because these activities are going to be done in future but before that month. Okay, and when we talk about the second condition, it says that an action has to be before another action in the future. Okay, here let's have an example for the first condition. It says मैं सोमवार तक उसका काम और ये असाइनमेंट खत्म कर चुका होऊंगा. Okay, so there is a specific time and that is सोमवार. Okay, Monday, and before that Monday we have some works which are to be done. Okay, so we will be translating this like I will have completed her work in this assignment by Monday. Okay, so we are doing these works, we are doing these actions before that specific time. Okay, so this is the first condition here. Let's talk about the another condition here, that says there has to be two actions in the future, the first one and the second one. So the first one always comes in this category of future perfect tense. Okay, and the second action always comes in simple present tense. Let's have an example. वो तुम्हारे आने से पहले तुम्हारा सामान पैक कर चुकी होगी. So पैक कर चुकी होगी is the first action which is taking place, as she has already done that work before he arrives. Okay, so let's translate this. She will have packed your stuff before you arrive. Okay, I hope this is clear. The first category says there has to be a specific time, and the actions which are done before that specific time period or before that time come in the future perfect tense, right? And the second category says that there has to be two actions in the future, and the first one comes in this future perfect tense. I hope this is clear. Now let's talk about the identity of this tense. It always ends with चुका होगा, चुकी होगी, चुके होंगे, चुका होगा, लिया होगा, दिया होगा, ली होगी, दी होगी, की होगी, etc. with the main verb. I hope this is clear to all of you. And now let's talk about the rules here. Yeah, rules for the affirmative sentence says there has to be subject at the very first, then will or shall plus have plus verb's third form plus object. Negative one, subject plus will or shall plus not have plus verb's third form plus object. The interrogative one, will or shall plus subject plus have verb's third form plus object plus question mark. Here, see, there are two rules. At the very first, we put the helping verb at the beginning of the sentence, and the second rule says there has to be WH. We always need to know, and I have explained this thing in my previous videos as well, that when we are going to get an explanation in the answer, we use WH family. Okay, interrogative one, here we use will or shall at the first, then subject, have, verb's third form, object, and the question mark. And the second rule says there has to be WH family first, then the helping verb will or shall, then subject, have, verb's third form, object, and question mark. See, there is a difference when we are going to get an explanation in the answer, then only we use WH rule, this second rule, okay? And when we are going to get yes or no in our answer, only then we use this helping verb at the first, will or shall, at the very beginning of the sentence. I hope this is clear. Now the interrogative negative sentence, we have to use will or shall plus subject, not, have, then verb's third form, then object, then question mark. Or the interrogative negative one, here we use will or shall, then subject, then not, have, verb's third form, object, and the question mark. And we can use not with the helping verb will or shall as well, and we can use that in the contracted form as well. I hope this is clear here. Now let's have some examples. वो अपना नाश्ता ख़त्म कर चुकी होगी. So she will have finished her breakfast. For the negative one, उसने अपना नाश्ता नहीं किया होगा. She will not or won't. Okay, she will not or she won't have finished her breakfast. For the interrogative part, उसने अपना नाश्ता क्यों ख़त्म किया होगा. Why will she have finished her breakfast? Question mark. And there, this is the reason, this is the WH one, okay? So here we are going to get an explanation, the reason, okay? And if the second one says that we are putting the helping verb at the first, so क्या उसने अपना नाश्ता खत्म किया होगा? Will she have finished her breakfast? Question mark. The interrogative negative one, क्या उसने अपना नाश्ता खत्म नहीं किया होगा? So will she not have finished her breakfast? Question mark. And if I'm showing my anger, okay, then I can say, won't she have finished her breakfast? Question mark. And one more thing, guys, see, we always use have with all of the persons here in this tense, okay? So don't get confused. Now here I'm presenting some of these sentences for you guys. You have to translate these sentences into English using this tense and submit it to me personally or in the comment section. We will be meeting soon in my next video. Till then, please take care of you guys, your loved ones, and be at your places. Be safe.